World Wide Web, you're wired to practically anybody.
The hippest, hottest, coolest being on the planet are just a click away. I'm Andy Manzano.
And I'm Andy Smith, and this is Qtube.
You're 100%
virus-free Internet TV. So that's exactly what we're going to do to fire up tonight's episode with a visit to a website of an icon in local broadcasting and documentary filmmaking.
From print to TV, Mr. Howie Severino's stories explored from the exotic to the commonplace. Online, he gets more personal as we flip through his webpage and learn more about the man on tonight's Vloggers Digest.
I'm a professional storyteller.
And no man is an island.
A pillar television journalism, Howie Severino has captured audiences with his brilliant weaving of facts and creativity into a moving story.
Yung lalagyan natin ang camera dito at dyan sa baba sa pedal para maramdaman nyo rin kung paano magbisikleta. O tara!
I was a print journalist for a long time and a co-founder of the Philippine Center for Investigative Journalism when I happened to shoot something interesting that I gave to the probe team. And, you know, after my material was aired on probe, because I gave them fairly rare material that I shot in Sagada of a traditional burial, I was offered a job on the probe team, and then that's how it all started.
For the past 7 years, Howie has shared his moving documentaries on GMA's flagship public affairs program, Eyewitness.
Ako po si Howie Severino at ito ang Eyewitness. Magandang gabi po.
From print to television, he has then expanded his audience to the World Wide Web. Googling his name always brings about the same top result, his blog, Side Trip. What used to be a quirky segment on the news about culture and travel eventually found its way to the internet.
I was approached by people at the network, GMA network, and they said, well, why don't you turn your stories into a blog and call it Side Trip as well. My blog, Side Trip, became the first blog on any of GMA's websites. Since then, there are many more people who have blogging on the websites, but you know, I'm proud of the fact that they asked me first.
And the internet fit perfectly with Howie's desire to share more with the world.
The internet is a place where so much converges. I shoot video, which I can put on the web. I write stories, which can end up on the web. I take photographs, which end up on the web. And at the same time, I can interact almost instantly with people who find something interesting in the stories that I tell on the web. I blog about everything under the sun, and that's what's great about blogging. I mean, nobody tells you what to do. I blog about the stories I do for television. I blog about people I meet. I blog about people who are dear to me who pass away. I blog about places I go. You know, I blogged about my family. I try to inject some kind of public interest in my blog, but giving it kind of a personal feel, a personal angle.
One of my recent blog posts is about building a sailboat with my family on Taal Lake. This is the boat that my family built in Taal.
And just one of the recent additions to Howie's blog is his correspondence with an avid reader of Sidetrip.
Well, one of the readers of my blog is a seaman named Ben. He reads my blog on the internet at sea because they have Wi-Fi on his boat. And it's great because it's like having kind of a reporter in the middle of the sea.
Ben the Seaman keeps in touch with Howie through emails as he tells the tales of Filipino seamen, and Sidetrip shares it with all of us. Once a journalist, always a journalist. But in the blogging world, there's a wonderful upside.
I feel freer to express my opinion. I feel freer to go off on tangents. I feel freer to not to blog if I don't feel like it. There are no deadlines looming over me. But if something comes out in your blog that is an error, a misspelled name, or a factual mistake, then it's very easy to correct it right away. And that's what I love about it. I mean, knowing that your mistakes aren't cast in stone is liberating.
Even though taking Sidetrip to the cyber world wasn't Howie's idea in the first place, it seemed inevitable that he would still end up blogging.
I think I would have eventually started a blog because now that I've been blogging, I realize it's almost a perfect fit for my skills, my interests. So I think it was just a matter of time before I would start blogging. I'm just a very curious person who loves to find out things and share those things with people who might also be interested in them. I mean, that's my whole orientation as a person and professional. Is I just have this need to share the stories that I find out about, and if I can't do it the professional way through my job and through television, then there's this other way, blogging.
So do you have any, like Facebook or MySpace accounts that's not really yours?
I actually don't have a MySpace and a Friendster account, but I know that there are fake Andes out there.
There is?
Yes.
Well, anyway, next on Qtube, a heads up on the possible dangers of your friendly neighborhood networking sites.
Sumisikat ako sa mali, yung pangit na paraan.
Iba kasi yung feeling na may nagagamit ng face mo and makes another personality out of that.
Takes away your freedom, takes away your personality. Wala lang silang magawa sa buhay nila, di ba?
Lahat ng mga facts, fast facts, lahat ng mga favorites, yan. Siyempre, but updates sa mga projects.
I saw the handcuff just lying somewhere in a bazaar and it wasn't an accessory at all. And I thought, that would be a good thing to do.